6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70, Panther Street. Panther Street.
They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
You look at this Browns defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Short throw to Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Come on, come on. 79, Cougar 19. Ready, right?
Here's Milton now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 2. Bronco 80, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now Milton. Over the middle here to Wilson. This defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
19 Tigers.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Panthers 6, Warriors 7-18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Milton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
On the ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, right back to Jenkins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this Steeler defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And Wilson with it, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
19 tight.
Here's Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Here we go. 70. Top 60.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
A 7-yard gain. And the Steelers first down. First down and goal to go.
They'll go again here with Wright. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Let's go now.
Wright diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dot. Always a fan of the dot. Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18, 5 in. 10 to 11, 7 Cardinal.
Now Sanders. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
60, Mustang 19.
Throwing is Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Roman Wilson, 27 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Sanders to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
60 Eagles. Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing, Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Warriors 70.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Let's go. 3. 70 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
Here's Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 50, trap 50.
To throw is Sanders. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Ready.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Panthers 50, Panthers 50. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. 79 Bronx, Mustang 19. Ready.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. No, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw, it's Milton. Wright's got it. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
60 by 8. Cougar 19. Viking 18. Warriors 70.
Back to throw. Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 off the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Alex Highsmith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
19 Lions.
Sanders now. A final shot before break. And his throw here is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as you'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Complete to right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Wilkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off play action, Milton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Milton. They'll try and do this himself. And they do get this across midfield to the 49 with a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
It's fourth down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On fourth down, Milton. And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A fourth down pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on third down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a fourth down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Milton. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the pressure there, they were right in his face. It altered the ball's flight, and as a result, it turned into a lineman's dream.
Absolutely, because what linemen dream of, getting into the quarterback's face, shows the importance of a strong pass rush, especially when it alters what they do back in the pocket. So even if you don't get the sack, you can make the play that leads to the big interception.
11. Panther 11. Cowboy 80.
To throw is Sanders. Throwing to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Seven Pirates. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. 18 Pioneer. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check the lane like a game of chance. You want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard, yelling, bring them out.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Panther 11. Ready.
Looking to throw. Milton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy? Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 7 Victorious, 70.
From the gun, it's Shador. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll just get rid of it. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Rangers, 70 Rangers, 18 Pioneers.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Cowboy 80. Check, 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 check. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 79 Broncos. Trap 50, trap 60. Let go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Open man right side is Sharp. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Here's a 2nd and 8.
14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Milton. They'll fire deep, looking for more. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DJ Moore taking it in. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Okay,
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Buffalo AC.
Back to throw. Sanders. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, here's Shedeur. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Wright. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Here's Milton now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
19, cut 19, trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lions.
From the shotgun, Sanders. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. 70 Rangers. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
70, Hawk 70.
To throw is Milton. He finds his man, complete. That's right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll go right back to right. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
13 yards on the play. And the Steelers first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Dragon 60. Mavericks. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Torrey Horton, 50 yards. And the Steelers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Next to score, Steelers 28, Browns 21. Here's Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd down.
Let's go. Bronco leading. Drop 50. Drop 50.
Back to throw.
Able to find Judy. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Go street. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
60 Eagles. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
He's back to throw.
To the left side, he finds Bond.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Panther 6. Check smash. Check smash. Panther 60. Panther 6. Trap 60. Trap 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
He'll look to throw.
He'll swing this out to Jenkins.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
70 Lions. 19 Lions. 18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the gun, it's Sanders.
This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Bronco leading. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
Sanders to throw.
The quick slant caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
The Browns will line up for the
Cowboy
two-point
80.
conversion.
Go street. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
27.
So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. It's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And just shutting him off there. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
For a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard